Good morning. Good morning. It is Tuesday, June something, 20 something. I don't know what today is. Today's the 25th or the 26th. I'm not sure. But anyways, giving honor to the Most High for waking us up this morning. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us and keeping us throughout the night, giving us another opportunity to be better today than we were yesterday. God is so good. I was just passing through my neighborhood and I saw the neighbor that one of my other neighbors has been having problems with. And it'd be things like that just, you have to give God the glory, because that could have been me moving into that same building, because I believe me and her moved in around the same time. I could have chosen that spot instead of where I chose. Everything happens for a reason, especially when you're living in God's will. And so I saw the neighbor that she's been having issues with, and she looks like a fairly decent person. I was like, oh, she actually looks kind of cool, you know? But turns out she's a hellion. She's like a Karen times 10, like so bad that they've had to go to court, okay? And the police have been called because she calls the little neighbor kids the N-word and stuff like that, you know? So my friend who lives next door to her is just going through it, but things seem to be going good for now. But it'd be things like that you just have to give God, you know, the praise and the glory for, because he really does spare us a lot of times, even when we don't deserve it, you know. I was watching a YouTuber that critiques pastors and their sermons. I watch a couple of them. There's a couple of people that do this. And you know, once you click on one video, the algorithm just keeps feeding you the same types of people, the same content over and over again, right? And so this one particular one, hey Snow Dude, what's going on? I'm off camera today, so forgive me. I'll go off camera when I'm able to stop. But I was thinking about this, you know, it is so easy. I mean, and I thought about building my platform off of reacting and judging, but it is so easy to make content where we're judging other people. And what this one gentleman does now, mind you, he is hilarious, and he's not even intentionally hilarious. He just happens to be hilarious when he's critiquing these false prophets and these false pastors online, because a lot of the stuff that they say don't be biblical. It be just left field all the time. And you already know when they start out speaking about a number, you know, Nehemiah was in the woods for 52 days. You know, by the end of this little diatribe, he gonna be asking for everybody to pay, he or she, right? Because the female pastors do it too. He gonna be wanting y'all to sow a seed of $52. Or God gave him a vision of 52 days, you know? But what I was thinking was that a lot of these people that critique these pastors and things like that, you know, it is so easy to just find fault in somebody else. And because for one, it makes us feel better, right? When we're able to point at somebody else's faults or somebody else's whatever, it's so easy to point that stuff out. You know, that's why I used to like being an auditor. When I was in the military, I was on the WIC team, and we would inspect different units. And I loved it because I could go through their binders or go through their processes and be like, according to this is wrong. According to that is wrong. Like, it gave me so much pleasure to pull out, you know, all of the stuff that they were doing incorrectly, and then to recommend what they should be doing, and then to see them actually implement it. Like, there was something about it that just made me feel good, right? But when we see a lot of these YouTubers that all they do is fuss and complain and gripe and judge and strike down everybody else for what they're doing, that gets kind of annoying after a while, because then it kind of puts even the viewers, their followers, their subscribers, in the mindset of it's okay to just constantly judge. Now, there's a difference between righteous judgment and just judging, right? And righteous judgment, in my opinion, doesn't come that often. You know, righteous judgment comes when you feel the Spirit to be like, you know what, this isn't right. According to the word, this is not something that you should be doing. And there's a way to approach it as well, right? Especially when you're coming in the name of God to correct somebody or to, you know, tell them what you think or how you feel about something. There's a way to do it. And if you do it in the name of God and not out of judgment, not out of resentment, you know, it will be received in a particular way, right? And I'll get to you guys' comments in a little bit. But hey, bud, what up, Type Pro? I hope you guys are having a great day. It is Tuesday. But it's so easy to pull up all of these things that people are doing and say, they wrong, that's nasty, they're a whore, they're a man whore, they a dog, they ain't da-da-da, you know? And just nitpick every single thing about a person. It is so easy to do that. But why do we do it? Why do we do it? I think because it makes us feel better about who we are and where we are in life. It's easy to just pull out, pick up somebody else's faults and all that, because it makes us feel better about who we are. Now, granted, I do learn a lot when I am watching these people that rebuke these pastors, because what they do is they'll go in the Bible and they'll say, this is what the Bible actually says. So I do learn some things, right? But I know that it wouldn't be profitable, because at the same time, they could just turn around and just teach the word. They could teach the word. Their channel could be built on teaching the word rather than tearing down pastors and false prophets. They could just be the one out here teaching the word from the word and then giving their spin on it, right? Because you have to attach it to, you know, day-to-day life so that people can understand. You always have to quantify certain things, especially in the Bible, because sometimes the Bible isn't plain. If you're a theologian, if you studied, you know, it is our job. You know, Jesus sent us to make disciples out of us. So it's our job to teach what we learn, right? I just think there's a better way of doing that. But I understand that that's not profitable. I understand that's not, the algorithm isn't going to push out of that teaching of the word strictly, unless you're on here talking crap or, you know, making somebody else look bad. The algorithm loves that toxic, and why they do it. Learn from it. I just point, we got ours, and what's crazy is that do that, talk about other people, judge constantly, every day, all day, like that channel is built on. A lot of them have been exposed for doing some of the things that they have rebuked of other people online. It is hilarious, because I'm like, yo, you are not without sin. You are not without fault, right? And we all know we all sin. None of us are perfect, right? And even getting on here and talking about other people consistently, you know, it is what it is. But I was just thinking that, like, man, to get online and consistently just judge. I know it feels good, because I know when I used to review those Kendra videos, it was fun to be like, oh, this person is slow. This person has low self-esteem. This person needs to, you know, 5 for 5, you know, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we got to start looking at our own lives. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I don't feel like I'm any better than a woman that has 3 children by 3 different men. Did I make better choices in life? Yeah. After one, I stopped, right? I learned my lesson after that first one. But that's why I take offense when people are constantly downing women who have made bad decisions. You know, Righteous judgment, yeah, she shouldn't have done that. You know, she shouldn't have laid down. At the end of the day, it's really just about giving up your body. And this goes for men and women. You know, without being married, it says it in the Bible, it's a sin, right? So it's like we have to judge the sin and not necessarily the person. But you guys know I got this issue with this lady on the HOA board, and she's back at it now. I was on here maybe 3 or 4 months ago, and I was frustrated and just at my wit's end with this person, that I had to vent. I had to get it off my chest, or else I was going to explode. And I prayed about it. I prayed hard because I thought about just getting off of the board, right? Just saying I can't deal with this. Like, it's too much. I already am under a lot of stress. I can't add this on, you know. And at the end of the day, this is a volunteer position. Like, none of us on the board are getting paid. And we spend hours of our personal time making sure that the people in our community, which is over 700, that the board manages, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of responsibility. So I don't take it lightly. But at the end of the day, it's voluntary, which means I will get to what I can get to when I can get to it. You're not going to make me feel, or anybody else on the board, inferior because you work for the government or because you do this or you do that. Yes, we understand, and I will give people their props. If you're intelligent, if you're smart, if you're bringing things to the table that we have no knowledge of, great, thank you, we welcome it. Keep it coming. But there's a way to speak to people. There's a way to manage your emotions. There's a way to talk to me. Shit. What did BDB with his George Foreman grill having behind say? Talk to me nice. You get more honey or more bees with honey than vinegar. So anyways, she did good for a while. Like I said, I prayed about that thing. I even prayed before I went to the meeting. And I was like, Lord, please just let everything go smoothly, because I don't have it in me, you know. I don't have the mental or emotional capacity to deal with this today. And surprisingly enough, everything went well. It was a really good meeting. And I think me kind of checking her, because my mom always told me, all you got to do is check a person one good time and they'll leave you the fuck alone. And I've done that all my life, especially working, you know, with people and the military and things like that. All I've had to do is just one good time, let them know what's up, and everything was good. And I believe because I stood up for myself and for other members of the board, it sunk in a little bit and things have been decent. But now I'm working on my particular section of the HOA, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I've met already 3 times, corrected, amended, all of the stuff, and now it's time to present the information. Now she got a problem with that. And I'm just like, all the work that I've put into this, and now you're still trying to make people feel like they're not doing a good job. So you know what I did? You know what I did, Snow Dude? I sent an email out saying, this is what it is. This is what's being presented to the people, you know, these contracts. And this is based off of what the board altogether had decided. I'm not making any more changes to this unless it's a major change. So, of course, she sent an email saying, what does that mean? Just so unprofessional, right? So I sent an email saying, this is what it is. They've been given their contracts to look over. If they have any objections, I will present that, blah, blah, blah. And then I said, lastly, you know, the HOA board is not a government entity, and it is not for profit. It is a non-profit organization, and it is to serve its community to the best of their capacity. And I said, I believe we are doing just that. We are doing just that. And if anybody feels that this position is being handled inappropriately or not up to their standard, they are more than welcome to take over the position ASAP. Thank you, Mo. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because what you're not going to do is sit there and nitpick and go line by line over something that you have already seen. You have already approved. Now you want to sit here and critique something that's already been done and already been decided upon. What up, Creek Creek? How you doing? Let me get to these comments real fast. I got a meeting in 10 minutes, y'all. I was just with them this morning for 30 minutes, and then of course my neighbor stopped me and I had to work on something for him. Y'all, my neighbor, I love him so dearly. My neighbor has my heart with his little mean ass self. I had to check him too. I didn't have to check him twice. And the other day I told him, look, you're not going to be talking to me crazy like you do your family. And my son had the nerve to say, I think his family was kind of right about him. I said, well, they were right about him, but at the end of the day, family is family. And you got to learn to tolerate some stuff. But all you got to do is just check him up. Let him know. Because what did he say to me? He got mad over something. It wasn't something I did. It was just the situation. And I said, Mr. Stan, you got to calm down. I said, you're making me nervous. I said, your negativity is coming on to me. I said, you have no reason to be. Everything that we're doing has ran smoothly. Everything that we've done. He's got him a car. We got that register. No problem. We got his glasses. Took him to urgent care. They got him his medicine for his feet that been hurt. Like, everything's been handed to him on a silver platter. I need some smokes. I got you. So why, you have no reason to be this negative? I said, it's rubbing off on me. And he's like, you mad at me? No, I'm not mad at you, but I'm letting you know, like, we can't, this relationship ain't gonna work if you're gonna continue to be negative and cussing and all that. Unappropriate, unacceptable. He said, okay, I'll work on it. You better, because if not, I ain't fucking with you. He said, I know, you know I love you. I love you. Yeah, I love you too, but damn it, there's a limit. There's a limit. I don't have no room for no negativity in my life right now. None. I'm talking about none. I'm so overwhelmed, y'all. I am so overwhelmed. But God has given me the ability to handle everything that I'm going through. I don't know how I'm handling all of this. But I am, and God is good. Top of the morning, happy taco. Oh, that's what we need to have for dinner, tacos. Okay, that's what we doing, tacos. Good, because I was thinking, what am I going to make? I tried to make some cod last night. I left that cod in the fridge for 5 days, y'all. It had my whole house stinking. I kept coming in the house like, what is that? Trash is fresh. I'm trying to track it. I get ready to, I'm thinking it's the sink. So I'm pouring bleach in the sink cleaner down, running the thing. Still, I'm like, what the I couldn't track it. I was like, maybe I got a leak somewhere in the house and there's something. Man, I took that damn fish out the fridge, opened it up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, well, maybe I'll put a little bit of lemon juice on it. They say put lemon juice on it to kind of kill the... Child, what? No. I said, I can't cook this for my baby. I had to throw that out. And it was a big piece of cod. I think I spent like $15 on it. I was mad about it. But my house don't smell no more. I was like, the whole time it was this fish. And I had my pizza and the pizza box in there. And I'm like, I thought about CDT and his story about how he got food poisoning because somebody had some bad food and those spores had gotten on the other food. But we ain't get sick. We finished that pizza, yo, and we good. Ty Pro was good. What up, Antamana? Prince Bus says, it is easier. Exactly what it is. It's easier to talk shit about somebody else than to look at what you got going on. It is so easy. That's our ego, because our ego is there to protect us. And sometimes we use our ego in the wrong way. We use it by judging other people. That boosts our ego, but that ain't the right way to be. In my opinion. But I understand it's all content. Because sometimes I'll be right along there with them. Like, shame on them. Prince Buzz said they would be, but don't, because they rather spread hate. Yeah, hatred. And bring misery. Because remember, misery does love company. You got people on here that will just be just ruthless about other people when they make choices in life. And it's like, rather than judging and being ruthless and spreading hate, go out and help. You notice them be the least people that volunteer in their community, donate to their community, pull people aside and help them out. Them be the least people. Just notice there's a pattern there. A pattern, as some people will call it. It's always good to be kind, Snow Dude. Exactly. That's one of the fruits of the spirit. It's kindness, right? Prince Buzz says, yeah, most don't learn that an eye that keep the same mistakes going. Yeah, people keep the same mistakes going, and that's when you just pray for them, because it's like you got some stuff that's unresolved, and you've got some you stuck in your old ways, and it's really hard for people to change when they get used to living in a certain cycle, and it's really unfortunate. Prince Buzz says, and I really take offense to it because I'm a product of it. That's right. Yeah. We are the same. Golden rule. Thanks, no dude. You got to tell them. You got to. You got to let them know what's that. And they'll leave you alone. All it takes is one good time. And it works. It really does work. All you got to do is check them up one good time. And this is for people that you unfortunately have to deal with on a daily or weekly basis, you know? You just got to let them know. And there's a way to do that too, right? Sometimes you got to meet people where they at. I'm sorry. You're supposed to go high, but sometimes you got to meet people where they at for them to really understand where you're coming from. You make them feel how you feel and they get it. What up, Couch? How are you? What up, Ant Dog? What's good with you? Tech support in the house. Mo muffins? No, not today. Not today. That's Cree. Cree got the muffins, child. I ain't got as much as Cree. I ain't working with all that. Cree got stuff in the front. Cree got stuff in the back. Ba-boom, ba-boom. I know, yeah. F all that. Jennifer Wilson, you got a story about your ex-husband? What do you do, girl? Tell us. Are you telling us just to get it off your chest? You want to vent? Or do you need advice? Ansumana. Love that. Yeah, we ain't dealing with that. Greetings to you, too. Yeah, you got to cook that cod fat. I didn't know. I was like, I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to get to it. I ended up making something else and never got to it. It was like, let me just, so I cut my potatoes up. I made my fries. By the way, y'all, never ever make French fries in olive oil. I was out of my regular Wesson oil that I use when I deep fry stuff. So I poured the rest of that in there, and then I filled the rest of the skillet with olive oil. Horrible. We ate it though, but the grease soaks into those potatoes. And I don't care how much you dab it, how long you let it sit, drain, it ain't coming out. I don't suggest you fry much with olive oil. It should be for, you know, searing and like that. But anything you trying to deep, don't do it. Just don't do it. But child, that cod was so bad. I said, it's only been, I looked at the date, it said the 17th. I was like, shit, ain't it like the 20th? Ooh. It was in the fridge, and it had my whole house, not upstairs, but all downstairs. As soon as I walk in the door, what the is that? What is it? Child. So that was a waste. Oh, you're boarding the plane? Safe travels. God bless you. Protect you. May God bless the passengers and the pilot. and that snow dude arrives to their final destination safely. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Tech support, I know. I miss RG too. I think he's working again, right? I haven't really been on this channel since we had a little spat in the back scene. You know, I had to let him know how I felt about something, so we don't really we don't chop it up anymore. But I wish him well in all his endeavors. I know he's doing good in whatever it is he's working on. So, but hopefully he'll come back to the YouTube streets. Yeah, what's the tea on the ex-husband? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? I guess I didn't respond soon enough. I want to know what hubby did. It wasn't good. Black Couch says he's off to the gym. Okay. Enjoy, Couch. Get that workout in. Go ahead and drop us a video too. Whatever you got on your mind. Let us know what's up. Start pumping them videos out. That way you can go live. Make sure you title it well. Put a little hashtag or something in there. Yeah. And Doc says, yeah, I follow him on Facebook. Those were good. Those were good times. He had a lot of information. I don't know if his videos are still up, but if you guys know RC Edson, go to his channel. He's got some really good stuff, some life lessons, good money management tips, starting a YouTube channel. He got all the way up to like 30,000 subs in like 6 months. Like, he was killing it. But check out his channel if you guys can. Hey, Lady Di. Kruger says, I did a chair workout this morning and my muscles are burning. Ooh, that's good. No pain, no gain. That mean you got it in. So if your muscles are certain, that's a good sign, right? I got to figure out some alternate exercises. I do my elliptical and I go walking. But I really want to get back into, you know, working my core, working my back. I need to strengthen my back. I've been having spasms, and I know it's because of the stress and the way I've been sitting and just a lot of moving around. So on top of my bulging disc, I also have muscle spasms that come in my upper back. And it is hell on wheels, y'all. And I found this black lady when I was doing the yard sale for my community, and her body was, I'm talking about, she was toned. Like, I said, are you a trainer? She said, I am. I said, your body is your average. She was like, it sure is. She gave me her card and she let me know what your doctor says you can't do, and we'll work around that. So I need to call her, but I gotta get some paperwork. She won't train me unless the doctor tells me what I can and can't do. But I miss lifting. I miss lifting. I miss, you know, doing those really good workouts where I can feel my muscles. I need to get rid of this damn wing arm. I look like I be in the kitchen cooking up. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like it on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got tattoos on my arm and you already can't read what they say. What up, Coach? Yes, RC Edson, but it's spelled E-I-D-S-O-N. RCEIDSON. Banging channel. Banging. He's from Kentucky. He got this little accent. 2 of his baby mamas are black. Just a cool ass dude overall. But he put some offensive shit up a while back, and I ain't seen him since. And rather than blasting him on his channel, I went to him privately and I let him know, and it was a back and forth type shit. And it really hurt, you know, but it is what it is. Everybody ain't meant to be, you know what I'm saying? It is, girl. It is a B. Getting older ain't no joke. That's why we got to take care of our bodies. We got to stretch, stay limber. We got to drink our water, which I drink primarily coffee with cream and sugar. So my gut is all jacked up, right? I need to be drinking more water. Drinking water and stretching and minding your damn business. That's the key to success. That's the key to healthy living. That's what the old people say. Yes, strength training with cardio. Yes, I love going to the gym, doing that strength training, getting on the machines, and then afterwards ending it with some cardio. That was always my thing. Sometimes I would do cardio first and then end with strength, but I want to get the strength part out of the way and then do like 40, 50 minutes on the treadmill. I can't wait till I get back to being able to run or jog or something like that, you know. She said, Lady Dyson, let's not talk about what I know. That's right. Lady Di, don't forget to send me pictures when you dye your hair, baby. Yeah. So I got to go to this meeting, y'all. I'm late, walking in late. Somebody told me anytime a person walk in late is because they're seeking attention. I think that was his way of telling me don't be late. Yeah, I love the elliptical too. That's the one I have at home. I have an elliptical at home. And it squeaks, so I gotta look up how to stop it from squeaking. I put some olive oil down there on the tracks, but it still squeaks. Yes, that Lady Di. That's right, you gotta switch it up. Lady Di is a beautiful older lady. Me and Lady Diana did a video about dating in your 60s. Check it out when you guys get a chance. How long ago was that, Lady Di? Maybe a year ago? I think that was like a year ago with that video. That was fun. But let me go in here, y'all. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great and blessed day. What's the message for today? The message for today is just don't judge too harshly when you know you got shit going on yourself. You know what I'm saying? We're all not perfect and we all got things we got to work on, right? But that harsh judgment all day, every day, I just don't think is a good way to be. Especially when we know we got stuff we got to work on. Things that we ain't addressed, fixed, forgave, asked for forgiveness, you know? And there's a way to talk to people too. You know, it should be done in love and not out of spite. Oh, it's about a year and a half ago. Yeah, please watch it, Krikri, and tell me what you think. Maybe I'll repost it. But yeah, you guys have a great and beautiful, blessed day. And I will check you guys out later. Love ya. Peace.